A VP of HR called me last month. She was trying to fill 3 senior roles. 68 people applied. But after she vetted the stack, she didn't have a single candidate qualified enough to make a shortlist. "Where have all the good people gone?" she asked. It's a question echoing through boardrooms globally. The talent pool is supposedly more connected and educated than ever, yet companies are starving for senior leadership. Most companies look at these empty candidate pools and label it a macroeconomic hiring crisis. They respond by rotating through new recruiters, tweaking the wording on job postings, or questioning the work ethic of the current generation. These efforts fail because they focus entirely on the end of the talent lifecycle, ignoring the systemic collapse happening much further up the chain. I didn't answer her immediately. The honest answer was something she didn't want to hear. To understand why her senior pipeline is empty today, we have to look at what happened to the entry-level roles of 10 years ago. Historically, entry-level jobs functioned as developmental sandboxes. They weren't just about the work produced, they were about the person being formed. These roles provided the space to ask uncomfortable questions, fail safely, and build professional judgment through constant repetition. But over the last decade, organizations began systematically eliminating these roles to increase efficiency. First, they were outsourced to cheaper markets. Then they were automated. Now, generative AI is moving in to finish the job. This chart tracks the sequential removal of the developmental ladder. We've moved from outsourcing to automation, and we are now entering the AI phase. Gartner estimates that nearly half of all middle management roles, the positions responsible for coordination, will be gone by the end of 2026. By prioritizing immediate efficiency, organizations dismantled the exact environments where leadership judgment is forged. They stopped building the people they now desperately need to hire. The consequences of these cuts follow the same conceptual physics as a river. A river doesn't run dry at the mouth. It runs dry at the source. In a company, the source is the apprentice, the junior analyst, and the first-time manager learning to lead their first team. When you cut the feed at the source, you don't notice the problem for 5 years. The end of the pipeline stays full with existing people. But eventually, that dry patch reaches the end, resulting in a sudden, total void. The hiring panic organizations are feeling today is the delayed invoice for the efficiency cuts they made half a decade ago. The corporate world faced a pipeline crisis for years, refusing to name the problem until it reached the senior leadership level. Many companies assume a ruthless AI strategy will ensure their survival in the next decade. In reality, the organizations that survive will be those that continued investing in the slow, often inefficient, and deeply human process of developing people. Human development is a matter of structural engineering. It is a requirement for any company that intends to exist 5 years from now. You cannot shortcut the river of human development without eventually running dry. This requires an audit of your own organization's actions over the last 12 months. Look past the headcount you hired, the processes you automated, or the tasks you outsourced. What has your organization genuinely built in a human being? If you aren't deliberately building people today, there will be no one left to lead tomorrow.